but in my also in my quest in helping people, which the land we have is a self-help tree farm that we're clearing and planting trees and so on and so forth. I had become an ordained minister many years ago, and I'm looking for using your teachings and trying to use some of this to help people find a different way to release themselves from their addictions and whatnot. And the danger that is you pose to yourself, possibly, and to them, is their anger against that. And sometimes I don't feel enough in alignment to help them, or strong enough, so that when I present to them or talk to them or listen to them, or I feel that within myself that they are open enough to receive, sometimes I've gotten, like you said, that danger of like it's people not wanting to talk about that or thinking we're crazy.
Yeah, it's all complicated when you start exploring it like this, but it comes down to this simple awareness. Somebody, whether it's two people or a room full of people or a world full, in other words, it doesn't matter how big the crowd is, somebody, some perspective is going to be the dominant influence in this moment. And so, am I going to be the dominant influence, or are they? Is this person in their sickness, in their addiction, in their sadness, in their disconnection, are they going to dominate? Are they going to be the strongest influence in this conversation? Or am I, speaking of you? And the answer to that question is, if the answer is, I want to be the one, then you've got to follow through with, well, if it is going to be me, then I am going to want and need the resources of the whole of who I am, which is speaking to the preparation that I have done before I've walked in. When you discover how simple it is, how really easy it is to get tuned in, tapped in, turned on, and how much clarity that it gives you, then in time anyone could come to you and you could at least hold your own influence. You might not be able to bring them instantaneously into your understanding, of course not, it's a process, but at least they won't suck you into believing in their dysfunction. As an uplifter or as a teacher, you want to say, I'd like to influence you to your own well-being. Oh, that's nice of you, which means I've got to maintain my own well-being. Oh, that's nice of you too, which means I can't look at you right now because you're luring me out of my well-being. I can't have this conversation with you about everything that's going wrong in your experience and maintain my expectation of your well-being. You do it to each other when you come together in relationships. Two people rendezvousing because your inner beings have inspired you to be at a certain place at a certain time, and there you are with your inner beings all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, bringing you together, and there you are, the beginning of something fantastic. And then you say to each other, tell me about yourself. And then you start telling each other about yourself, and you bring this active vibration of who you have been, maybe, but not who you are, and off it goes in an entirely different direction than what it would have done otherwise. We think this is a really good time for a segment of refreshment.